Hey guys, Darren here with a box review of 1992 Donruss Triple Play. This was one of the early card sets that was designed for kids, which is a really weird thing to say about cards because cards were for kids. But there was an evolution going on where cards were getting more serious. And as cards were getting more professionally done, the idea of designing a card set that was designed specifically for kids was basically a new idea to really take advantage of all the things that were possible to make the cards a lot more fun. And that was the key to this card set. So here's what the wrapper looks like. And the cards, right off the bat, every single pack has a game, a triple play game. This is a contest, and so it's basically it's a little lottery ticket, and it's about matching up the bases. So every single one has this game. So this is not one of those games that you pull out of a pack and then you play with your friends and have a fun little game. This is a contest, so these actually don't hold up at all, but they come in every single pack. And the cards themselves are about the most bold and distinct cards ever made. So the card design itself is bright colors, a shifted box to be kind of like pop art that kids were used to. A big logo on not too big, but a logo on every single card. And then the card back is about as simplistic as it can possibly be. Simple box scores and then a little trivia with the answer down here, which is in reverse. So it's ideally you're supposed to read it in a mirror. Personally, I can read this myself. This is the way that this card is. Other cards are done differently, so this is also a mirror read. Over here, this is done differently. So it's interesting. They've got some trivia. They've got some basic information, but that's the way that these cards were designed. They were designed to be fun for kids. And so it's for those of us who started out as kids, we'd be sitting on the floor with our cards spread out on the carpet around us, or a hardwood floor, whatever you had. You'd be on your bed, you'd be on your floor, just studying cards, and you would spend hours and hours and hours studying them. This card set is designed for that. And part of the fun is the subsets that they have. So they have Awesome Action, which has some really, really, really great photography in it. Some of them are sequential, some of them are single shots. So here we got Dawson breaking the bat, and then kind of messing around at base. And so these cards are fun. And then they had a couple of stadiums, Wrigley Field, and they also had the Sky Dome. So you've got a brand new stadium, and you've got an old classic stadium. And then you got a card regarding the Hall of Fame, which has Donruss art right up here in frame on this card. And then they also had shots of players when they were kids. So so here we've got a Mr. Cal Ripken Jr. When he was a kid. They have a number of players who are done this way, and they do have it kind of it reads like a trivia, and then down at the bottom it has the answer. So it's not hidden, it's just unveiled. I would love to say, because this is the set, these are the doubles, and these are also included in the doubles. I got more doubles than regular cards in the set. I would love to say I got a complete set, and I almost did. In the first 225 cards, I have the entire set. It's only down here at the tail end of the set, I started missing cards, and I started missing a ton of cards. Ultimately, in this card set, I was missing 17 cards. Now, for an entire 264 card set, that's not that big of a deal. But these last 17 cards happened in the last 40 cards of the set. They were all in just this small section of cards right here. This is where all the cards were missing. So they were all bunched up at the back, which that gets annoying. It's almost like something went wrong. You feel like there was a breakdown in the collation of the set. Now, is this indicative of other boxes? I have no idea. But it is weird to run into a situation where they're all clustered in one area, because the cards were distributed out throughout the set in each pack, but it was in small groups. So I don't know how I ended up with all of those cards just in that last little section missing. As for the regular cards in the set, or the doubles in the set, I got an extra Robin Yount, I got 2 extra George Brett's, I got a Barry Bonds, I got a Don Mattingly, 2 of them. I got an extra Cal Ripken Jr., 2 Big Hurts. I got a Wade Boggs and 2 Tony Gwynns. And this is actually Mark McGwire. So technically it's a Big Mac card. And then, like I said, this is Cal Ripken Jr. So those were the doubles I got. I didn't get an extra Griffey. There were a few others that I didn't get. Nolan Ryan. Overall, considering how many cards I got as doubles, I'm surprised that I got as few stars as doubles. I did get all the stars in the main set. It's just that I'm missing for this case, I feel almost a gargantuan 17 cards from the set. So that's where that ended up. And they did have an insert set that was in these packs. This is Gallery of Stars. Now, there are hobby and retail releases. This is, I believe it's the retail release, and I got the second series of these Gallery of Stars. The actual, most of the high quality players show up in the first half, not the second half. Regardless, I got a Bobby Bonilla, 2 Danny Tartables, and a Frank Viola. So those were the Gallery of Stars cards that I got. And okay, so I was it was series 1 that I got, and then series 2, I guess, is where the stars were. I don't remember how it worked, but at any rate, yeah, I got only 4 cards, and one of them was a double. So yeah, I got that. But the cards are intended to be fun, and that's how they work. And some of the cards, not a lot, but some of the cards have really great images. So here's Dennis Eckersley in what's got to be a practice shot. Maybe Oakland is old enough. Maybe they do have a fence down by the warm up, and then the Greg Harris card here with a baseball glove on his hat. So they had a few cards that were intended to be really fun, but the cards were designed to be very bold, very straightforward, and really strong images for kids. That's what you want to do with this, because this card set was, like I said, intended for kids to collect up. And they had the contest, which was designed to be fun, so that was engaging. And then the cards themselves are very bold, very exciting, and very focused. The card back is unencumbered, and so it's really designed for kids, and I think it works well. Now, am I an expert on kids? At this point, I think that people much younger than me would feel that I am not an expert on kids, so I'm not going to say yes or no, but it reminded me of all the things that were fun about collecting early on. As a serious collector, this wasn't much of an experience. It really wasn't. Some of the cards were fun, but for the most part, it kind of lacked some of the things that I, as a serious collector, would like to pursue. But I think for a younger audience, this still would likely hold up. Now, granted, these players are from a long time ago, so that's the drawback. But junk wax era cards are eerily accessible for kids who don't have a lot of money, and so it's a really good place for people to start out if they haven't had the chance. That's where I put it. Where I put this. I'd like to have gotten closer to a set, but whatever. That's how it works. So yeah, that's my take on it. Thank you guys for watching.